She's a 21-year veteran of the feature, film, animation, games, and comic industry. Please welcome to the stage, Kaye Vassey.
Hi, everybody. Okay, hold on one second. I know the clock is ticking. I've already been told to listen for the bell. I have a tradition that I do anytime I give a talk. I always make a selfie with the audience. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to go this direction. So, 1, 2, 3, say cheese. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see if this works. It does. So, as was introduced, my name is Kaye Vassey. I am a lead technical animator with Epic Games over in Cary, North Carolina. You may know us from a small indie game called Fortnite. I was the lead technical animator on Fortnite that brought it to market and sort of helped it turn into what you see now as Battle Royale. Currently, I am on the special projects team and working on things like Metahuman creator. And so what I want to talk to y'all about today is basically how to be a Metahuman creator. So, a couple of questions. What is Metahuman creator if you don't know or haven't heard about it, and how does it work? So essentially what it is a tool set that was created by Epic that allows people to create photoreal, high-res human characters for use in your content creation pipelines. Once you have your Epic account, you will go into Metahuman Creator and you will make a Metahuman, which I'm going to show you a process for very quickly shortly. You will then move into Quixel Bridge, which is also Epic software, and then ultimately into Unreal Engine, the best game engine in the world. So the Metahuman creation tools, once you're in the web front end for this, you will pick from a plethora of human beings that are sort of a mishmash of 3D scan data that has been gathered for years and years and years and years and years through various projects. And you will get to start with one as a character to sort of begin your creation. You can just take that character and run with it, or you can edit it, and that's what we're going to talk about next. You can customize things like the body type and height, clothing, outfits, as well as shoes and facial features. So body customization, you'll see you've got height, body type, and skeleton type to choose from. Clothing customization, so you can choose to customize shirts and tops, bottoms, and shoes. If you are savvy and you're a 3D artist yourself, modeler, and you love making game content, you can also use these assets that will come into Unreal Engine as a template to create your own, which a lot of people do. If you sort of start hashtagging around on LinkedIn, you'll see a lot of amazing work for people out in the world for their YouTube channels and things, making outfits and capes, and it's amazing. But in the tool, you can click through here and dress your Metahuman how you choose based on what we've provided so far, with more on the way. Facial customization, this is where it gets cool. So you can choose between the skin, the eyes, the teeth, makeup, as well as blending. And by blending, what I'm talking about is you're seeing that little GIF or GIF, all depending on the audience. Animation moving right there. You'll notice at the top there's a little sort of family triad. So what you can essentially do is drop other metahumans into those spots and then blend your metahuman based on the sort of facial features / genetic traits of the people that you drop into that area. So you're essentially mixing and matching DNA at that point. You can see a little bit of that happening in the brow area on our character here. So let's talk about animation. The tool provides a facial ROM and a body ROM. ROM stands for range of motion, in case you don't know, and that is just the character doing funny faces and things like that to make sure that everything is working properly. As you can see, this is the facial ROM for our character after everything was blended on the previous screen. It's very cool. So you will need to also have Quixel Bridge, and you can go and get that from the same login that you would have for the Epic Marketplace, the Epic ecosystem, Unreal Engine, all of it. Once you create your Metahuman on the web front end and you send it to Quixel Bridge, when you log into Quixel Bridge, you will see your Metahuman listed in your My Metahumans area, and you will basically pick how and where you want it to export based on where you installed Unreal Engine. And you will get it into Unreal Engine. Once in Unreal Engine, this is where the fun starts, because we already provide you what's called Control Rig. Control Rig is technology in Unreal Engine that is used to animate characters. I can talk for years about animating characters, so if you have questions, definitely ask. The long and short of it is you have a 3D puppet with bones and controls. We are providing you those controls. That's the little boxes in red and blue that you see on the character. And when you load it into our linear content creation tool sequencer, you can actually pose the puppet and move it and animate it just like a 3D animator at an animation studio. The body controls come with every Metahuman that goes into Unreal Engine, as well as the facial controls. So it's a little bit hard to see, but off to the screen right there, you'll see that there's some yellow sort of controls floating in air. That will actually control the face of the character. So you can see the sort of half smile grin thing that our character Emery is doing here was done just by grabbing sliders and moving them around. And once you get through that process, you too can create an awkward yearbook photo of a Metahuman provided for free by Epic Games for any of your content creation needs. And so normally when I give talks, they are 12 to 24 times the amount that I'm speaking tonight for 5 minutes. So I flew through that. So let's do Q&A.
It is indeed time for Q&A. You have an expert in the field in realistic 3D modeling. Get your questions in. We are going to go right here first as I make my way and not kick your stuff, Kaye. I apologize.
You can kick it.
Can I kick it?
I've got my phone up here, so.
Hi. That's a really amazing tool. Do you think later on down the road this could be used to make more stylized characters, kind of like how Team Fortress or Overwatch are a bit more different than the actual normal human?
I mean, absolutely. I think it's definitely possible that that is an avenue that could be explored. You know, right now we're definitely sort of tackling the photoreal human aspect of it. And if any of you have seen the Matrix piece that Epic released for the release of the last film, this technology was running that as well. And so I think, you know, we're once we sort of get, you know, to that point, then you can branch off from there. But that said, the ladder tools that I showed, Control Rig and the facial board and stuff, you can completely set that stuff up yourself if you know how to model and rig. So it's totally possible. Yeah, of course.
All right, next question coming here from the center aisle.
Hey, Kaye, thank you. First of all, this is amazing. My question is, what type of, I guess, horsepower will your PC or workstation is going to need in order to run something like this? It seems very sophisticated, but I was just curious.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. You can run it on some lower specs, but I highly recommend top of the line if you can, and especially a graphics card, top of the line graphics card, which, you know, even all of us in games, we're all like still trying. Did you find one? Did you find an NVIDIA card somewhere? Where did you find it? You know, so it's tough out there right now. But I mean, I have run the tool. I mean, the tool's a web front end, so you can go make metahumans on a laptop. But I definitely have had Unreal running on laptops, and it gets pretty hot, and there's lots of fan. You have to hold the laptop down while you're working on it, but it's possible.
Sounds like it's time to go raid a Bitcoin mine. All right, next question coming over here.
I think I see a hand up on this side. Did you find one there? Okay.
Sorry about that. Hey, so my question is, I think the Metahuman creator is like really cool and innovative. Do you guys have plans on kind of bringing this kind of concept to maybe like environments and environment creation potentially, like having procedural environments, things like that?
I know that there is work being done in that area. I don't know that it is exactly like this tech. I will say it sounds like you may know about Quixel and what they provide, and so the idea of kit bashing an environment with Quixel assets is sort of top of the line right now. Like that, we do a lot of that, and a lot of people in the world are doing that, especially since it's free now. And so I would start there, but I hear what you're saying, and it's a good question. Yeah.
All right, next question coming from your left.
Yeah.
So let's say you absolutely completely despise Epic Games products, specifically Unreal, and you really, really want to use it in other game engines or other 3D software. Is that possible?
Unfortunately, the way that I showed it, no. But as an honest person, I will say that once you have your Metahuman assets in Unreal, you can definitely export them out as FBX. If you know what that means, then awesome. But there's also a lot of free tools for getting models of human beings. So, but if you can definitely get the geometry out, you can definitely rig it and go to town for sure.
That got weird. All right. All right, last question will be coming over here.
Hey there, I'm a super novice at this. I think I understood, and I think the gentleman over there answered the question. But so the metaverse, is there any way that Facebook could hire you guys and have characters modeled and be as photorealistic as what you're offering over there?
I mean, we sort of, okay, well, you said the buzzword metaverse. And since we're sort of spearheading the metaverse, my guess is the other people who are moving toward a metaverse probably are not going to want to come to us. But they should probably watch us. So, definitely. Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, give it up for Kaye.
Thank you.
Vassey.